Alright, there are only a few weeks left until the official release of Assassin's Creed Shadows. And if you thought the drama was over, that the worst had already passed, no, my friends, the worst is yet to come. The game is going to be released. It has to be released, and even the release date itself is going to be a disaster. This real digital mess that Ubisoft has been cooking up for us for years is going to be launched in a glorious way, and we're already here, waiting anxiously. I can take even more? I want more, because there's so much content for us. God bless Ubisoft. And, my friends, when it finally comes, when we have it in our hands, it's going to be incredible. But until then, let's get into another topic, another controversy. Check this out. A few days ago, the Assassin's Creed Shadows concept art book was leaked. This book, which is actually included in one of the more expensive editions of Assassin's Creed Shadows, those who pay extra get access to some perks, and one of them is this concept art book. We already mentioned that this book contains some absurd things like artwork that was basically photoshopped from real Japanese photos and artworks. The designers just did a copy-paste. They didn't create a damn thing. It doesn't even serve as a reference because it's a one-to-one copy, straight up pasted without any shame. And then there was that incident where Ubisoft, in one of these concept artworks, included the flag of a modern Japanese military reenactment group in an artwork set in 1500s Japan. So, those two cases were already known, but now, my friends, people are finding even more. They are going deeper, way deeper. It has now been discovered that in this concept art book for Assassin's Creed Shadows, there is supposedly a series of missions that will allegedly be available in the game involving tomb invasions. Now, tomb raiding is not a new concept in the franchise. We've had tomb invasions since Assassin's Creed 2, all the way up to the more recent open-world RPG-style Assassin's Creed games like Odyssey and Origins. But now, check this out. Ubisoft has found a new way to disrespect and anger the Japanese people. Because the tombs, you will have the opportunity to invade as Yasuke, the legendary black samurai from Africa, who is going to slaughter a bunch of natives in Japan, are none other than the imperial tombs of the Japanese imperial family. And for those who are completely out of the loop, the imperial family's lineage is something sacred to the Japanese people. It's something truly divine. Back then, simply coming into contact with a member of the imperial family was considered an unparalleled honor because they were seen by the people as divine beings. And now, you're basically going to take Yasuke, invade, and loot these tombs, which are sacred places for the Japanese. Brother, tell me this isn't insane. This is spreading across Japanese social media, and the Japanese people are furious. To me, this is pure gold. Gold. Because every day that passes, there's a new controversy with Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it seems like Ubisoft always finds a way to outdo itself when it comes to offending and disrespecting the Japanese. At this rate, there won't be a single person left in Japan willing to buy this game at launch, brother. But according to the media, it's already the best-selling game of the year in pre-orders. Yeah, sure, trust the numbers. Apparently, it's only Westerners complaining. Man, seriously, let's be real here. You're saying it's a good thing because it generates content. Okay, we laugh about it here. But come on, it's too much controversy for a single game. And while we're talking about the concept art book, the whole debate around this issue with the Imperial family. I'm not sure about Japanese laws, but there's probably something against disrespecting the Imperial family in media, and this could even lead to legal action. That Ubisoft is walking a very questionable line, almost getting sued by the Japanese government and people responsible for preserving shrines and sacred sites. So, there's a lot going on, and I'll just say one thing. This level of hypocrisy is insane. Because in Assassin's Creed we can have tomb looting and all that, but when it comes to Tomb Raider, then suddenly Lara Croft has to change, right? Then everyone comes out to defend the idea that Lara steals artifacts, that she can't do that, that she's disrespecting cultures. But if Assassin's Creed Shadows does it, then it's fine, because Ubisoft is doing everything right, huh? It's incredible how this double standard works. While Lara Croft is currently undergoing this whole revisionist process to erase her colonialist past, where she would invade tombs from other cultures and steal artifacts because, let's be honest, she was a thief. Now, when it's Yasuke doing it, it's totally okay, no problem at all. Notice how no one is going to complain about this. Notice how no one is going to make a fuss. But we are here to report on the situation and, of course, highlight the discontent of the Japanese people regarding all of this. This controversy is spreading on Japanese social media, originally brought to light by the Twitter account alias 911 in Japan. Among the concept artworks discovered in the Assassin's Creed Shadows concept art book, There are mentions of Imperial tombs that can be invaded and looted. Yes, you will be able to plunder sacred treasures from the Japanese Imperial family. Apparently, you can desecrate and loot the graves of the Japanese Imperial family in Assassin's Creed Shadows by Ubisoft. The Japanese are outraged by this latest discovery in the leaked concept art book of Assassin's Creed Shadows, whose text and illustrations suggest the ability to invade Imperial tombs and steal sacred family treasures, including armor. Japan sees this very differently from the West. The Imperial lineage is still alive today, and the palace and burial sites are considered sacred. Attached to the discussion, we have images from the original post by Alias 911, posted in Japanese. There are also screenshots from Ubisoft's official concept art book, showing a beautifully rendered setting with text above it stating, a series of classic armors that can be looted from the Kofun, which are megalithic tombs during the game. These Guardian garments grant bonuses to Yasuke's parry abilities. In another image, the text reads, the Kofun Ta Sereno is a massive, megalithic tomb protected on all sides by a series of structures. This impressive structure is home to treasures of all kinds. Now, my friends, connecting these dots and analyzing the information, we are led to believe that Assassin's Creed Shadows will indeed bring back tomb invasion mechanics. Mechanics that, as I said, have existed since Assassin's Creed 2. But now the problem is the context. In previous games, you would invade, for example, abandoned tombs, old churches, caves, or ancient temples in search of relics, collectibles, or unique armor unlocks. But here, you are invading and desecrating the tombs of the Japanese imperial family. And as I explained, from the Japanese perspective, especially in ancient times, the imperial family was divine. They were seen as something comparable to gods. So, desecrating, notice the word desecrating, an imperial tomb and stealing artifacts from it to use as armor, as a weapon, or whatever? Man, this is unimaginable for the Japanese people. And what's even worse is that it's a foreigner doing it. Because remember, Yasuke is the one doing it, not Naui. Yasuke, the guy who came from another continent, from another culture, who doesn't even speak Japanese, is going to arrive in Japan, kill a bunch of Japanese people without understanding their culture, and then desecrate the tombs of the imperial family to steal their armor and use it to kill even more Japanese people. Holy shit. I'm trying to think of an absurd comparison, but it's at the level of, I don't know, Activision making a new Call of Duty where you play as Osama bin Laden, invading churches and schools and earning points for killing innocent civilians. That's how insane this is from a Japanese cultural perspective. And yet, they're releasing it. They're going forward with it. And let's not forget, this is from the same team that claimed they did extensive research to ensure the game was respectful to Japanese culture. That they were very careful not to offend the Japanese people. Holy shit. If this is them not trying to offend, imagine if they actually wanted to. Imagine if they hadn't done any research at all. Honestly, even Capcom, which sometimes forgets its own lore in Resident Evil, wouldn't make this many mistakes. Hell, if Ubisoft had just used Wikipedia, they wouldn't have screwed up this badly. Wikipedia, man. That's all they needed. I personally don't care about map destruction and all that because, obviously, I'm not part of Japanese culture. But now, put yourself in the shoes of the people over there, who have been disrespected since the game was announced. And as I said, this is a combination of factors, a series of controversies. It's not just an isolated case. What we're seeing here is a new controversy every single week. And here's the thing, the royal family still exists. Their sacred sites are still there. So think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of the Japanese people who are receiving all this information. At first, I doubted this would happen. Back when the game was first announced, I thought, okay, people are disliking it, the community isn't happy, but Ubisoft isn't going to cancel or pull the game. But now? I wouldn't be surprised if Assassin's Creed Shadows gets banned in Japan and is not allowed to be sold there. There's just too much controversy, and it could happen. And mark my words, when they announce a new 007 game where James Bond is suddenly an Arab, and one of the missions involves invading a cemetery and dumping Queen Elizabeth's remains, I don't want to see Ubisoft acting all surprised at the backlash, because that's exactly what they're doing to the Japanese, only on an even worse scale. Because in England, the Queen wasn't considered divine. But in Japan, she was. Man, this is absurd. It's incredible how unprofessional these guys are, how bad they are at their job. And honestly, I don't even know where this is going to end anymore. Months ago, I thought the most ridiculous thing was when Ubisoft bought a one-piece katana off Shopee to use as a reference. I really thought that was the peak of their absurdity. But nope, they just keep topping themselves. At this point, Someone could make a whole documentary about this game, just compiling everything they've done so far. Every day they outdo themselves. And my God, this game is going to be the death of Ubisoft. Mark my words. This game will be the death of Ubisoft. I'd love to hear your perspectives on everything we just discussed. I invite you all to leave your opinions in the comments below, debate with us. Hope you all have a great day and good luck on the battlefield. See you next time.